Hello, everyone. This is Will.
This is Alex.
Welcome back to another episode of They Mostly Come Out at Night.
Mostly.
Before we get into the movie we watched tonight, please go to our social medias. Go to YouTube's, all that good stuff. Sorry I don't sound more excited. You'll understand why in a minute. How
dare you?
Go to all of our social medias, all your podcasting streaming sites. Go like, comment, subscribe. Really helps out the podcast. Really is fun to connect with you guys. Thank you so much. We do suggestions every 5 movies. So
if you got any suggestions,
get it on the list if you
know.
want us to watch it. And yeah, do all that good shit. Now on to the fucking Twin Dragon Encounter.
Twin Dragon Encounter.
Oh my god, dude. Or like the fucking, you know how there's always those movies people tell you that they use for like torture? I feel like this would be like, here, watch this hour and 13-minute movie that feels like it's 4 hours long.
Okay. Before we do get into this,
sorry.
All of you, please go on YouTube and look up Twin Dragon Encounter. You can watch this movie on YouTube. If you don't finish the movie, that is totally understandable. Because this...
Do you just want them to get an understanding of like what we put ourselves through?
Yes, I want you to see what this looks like. I want you to see it, because...
First off, the movie's fucking ugly. It is such an atrocious looking movie. It's funny because,
you know, it makes me remember, like, we were talking about this before we started reviewing this, because the whole gimmick of the movie, it's a martial arts movie with twins. Like, like real twins.
Like real martial arts twins.
So it's 2 actual real-life brothers, and of course it makes you think of, like, there's, you know, the Jackie Chan movie, Twin Dragons. But, you know, Jackie Chan doesn't actually have real-life brother.
There's also that Jean-Claude Van Damme
There's the Van Damme movie, Double Impact, which, again, Van Damme doesn't actually have a twin brother.
Any movie where an actor has to play a twin,
but
I guarantee you.
No, both of those movies, Double Impact especially, is so fucking much better.
Well, no, even like just any movie where a fucking actor has to play twins is better than 2 actual fucking twins on screen.
And it's really mind-blowing that you have 2 twins in a movie, a martial arts movie, and I'm not even going to lie, you watch this movie, I could not fucking tell you the difference between either of them. Could you?
No.
I could not.
Like, and that's a bad thing. That's not like you know, they're so good that it's like I can't tell the difference because they're both awesome.
Well, because in Double Impact, there's the whole thing where, like, you know, one of the brothers is like, he's like all bougie and he runs like a yoga studio or something, and the other brother is like a criminal. Yeah, well,
the 2 twins in this act exactly the fucking same
thing.
It's the same person.
It's the same shit.
I don't fucking understand it.
But that's like the fun of it is, like, you know, you get the 2 twins, but they're completely different, and then they have to work together and like settle their differences. Well, plus, again, the other fun thing in Double Impact is one of them was good with martial arts. The other one not so much, but he's good with guns.
Wasn't Twin Dragons the same way?
I know in Twin Dragons,
where
like
one
Jackie
of them's
Chan,
he's like a
he's like a cello player,
a cello or a violin player.
Yeah, there's like a gangster or
something.
Yeah,
it's like they're 2 different walks of life, and they have to come together for a common good.
Plus, it's even more impressive because in both those, it's like the actor has to act like 2 completely different personalities. And here you have your actual 2 separate people on screen, and you do nothing. You do nothing with it.
But I'm not kidding. This movie is 1 hour and 13 minutes, and it feels like you're watching it for like 4 hours. Like it feels like just a Rorschach test of boredom. Like, because nothing happens for like a majority of the movie.
Okay.
This is gonna be a very short review, I think.
Let's just ramble through this.
So anyway, we get fucking training at the fucking Twin Dragons dojo.
Well, after our opening scene of them stopping a woman from being like mugged or raped in the park.
Yeah, because we get our heroes. They're gonna go running at the beach.
Yeah.
And then they save a woman from all these
But then
thugs.
we get our first bit of like ego trip.
Oh yeah, the scroll.
Now listen.
Now also, I do want to mention before we get too far into it, there is a musical credit.
I was gonna get to that, you fuck. I was gonna get to that.
That's in the opening credits.
Yeah, I know, but because here's the thing. I know. Technically speaking, every action movie about an action hero is an ego trip. Yes, I get it. But some people are movie stars.
Well, it's more earned in those other movies.
Some people have that something. You know, your Jackie Chan's, your Van Damme's, your Bruce Lee's, your Arnold Schwarzenegger's. They have star power, okay? So it's
I'm
more...
sorry, the McNamuras.
the
McNamuras.
I don't know why,
McNamuras.
but for some reason, Will cannot...
I can't pronounce their last name.
I don't know.
To save my goddamn life.
The simplest fucking name on the planet, and for some reason, Will's brain is just completely snapped in half by these two fucking idiots in their name.
McNamara, right? What is it?
Are you trolling me?
No, what is it?
Let me collect my bearings. It's the McNamara brothers.
McNamara, okay.
I'm scared that if I keep saying their name, it's gonna like...
It'll invoke them? Like those,
No, I'm not scared of that. I'm scared that if I keep saying their name, I'll like forget how to say it.
And then you'll say it like me.
Well, it's like, you say one word too many times and it starts to like mess with you. Like my brain will start melting out of my ears.
Dude, I'm just saying these brothers are not it.
No, these are not movie stars.
They did not earn this fucking role.
But yeah, opening credits,
anyway,
there's a scroll.
What we're trying to get to, there's an opening scroll where it says, in a world full of plastic heroes and Hollywood elites.
Like Hollywood vigilante heroes. Yeah.
We have two men.
Real men.
It separates it. Real men.
Who knew the meaning of life. What does that mean? I don't know.
No fucking idea, dude.
Cool. Making a shit movie? I don't know.
I guess.
They
went against the status quo, okay?
Oh, man, yeah.
They really did. They let us know at the end of the movie, too, that they went against the government and everything.
Yeah, our Arnold Schwarzeneggers and Sho Kosugi's made fun movies, and these two fucking rebels went against the grain and made a piece of shit.
This is the kind of movie real men make, okay?
And then it's like, they were on vacation, and everything was peaceful.
Well, until... And then I also want to give the musical credit to our boy, our man.
During our opening...
The myth, the legend.
Billy Butt.
Billy Butt.
Who's got 2 songs.
That's his actual, like musical credit name. Billy I don't know why you would not change that. There is no shot I would put Billy... like, if my name was Billy Butt, there is no fucking way I would put that on a credit of a movie. No fucking way in hell.
Billy Butt has as much self-awareness as our 2 stars.
Do like Billy B or like William B or
even if you did William Butt, it sounds less memey than Billy Butt. Like that's just it's asking for it.
So there's 2 songs featured. There's Faces and Fight for Your Right to Fight.
Fight for Your Right to Fight placed over the opening credits of training and them driving to the island.
And then one more time at the end.
And then the movie...
Oh, no, not at the end,
plays 3 times.
It plays 3 times, but...
And then, the movie starts and they're training again, and then they drive to the island.
Yeah, so it literally shows what we saw in the fucking opening credits because they needed to pad out an hour and 13-minute movie. So they're at the fucking boathouse.
They
they go to a diner first.
They go to a diner.
And they have the most childish argument with a bunch of truckers.
This scene.
Because a trucker literally leans over to them as they're ordering food.
This scene.
And is like, hey, why don't you go back and get your milk and cookies?
He tells that to like, hey, give the little boy his milk and cookies.
And then
they all laugh.
The guy leans over. It's like, hey,
come on, guys.
Cool it.
Cool it.
Like,
hey, why don't you get your milk and cookies, boy, so you grow up big and strong. And
then he's like, okay, all right, Mack truck.
Guy looks like a Mack truck. Shut your mouth. And then the guy's like,
he's like, hey,
you.
Don't say I look like a Mack truck. I drive a Mack truck.
Maybe I'll drive you. His friend like holds him back, and
it's like the most like elementary school like fucking like pissing
maybe I'll
contest.
Drive you.
I love. Okay,
what does that even mean?
So before the episode started, we were like hypothesizing that's how you could start a gay porn.
No, that's literally
because it's like,
yeah.
Hey, you got your milk and cookies.
You look big and
you grow big and strong. You look like a Mack truck. I drive Mack trucks.
I drive a Mack truck.
And I'll drive you.
Maybe I'll drive you.
Hey,
you have your one person who's a trucker and the other one who's not.
Yeah, there you go.
He drives him.
Milk and cookies, big and strong, Mack truck, drive you. Yeah. It all works.
But, you know, we get this. And it's like a setup to a fight.
Oh, my God, dude. And then
and then he's like, you know.
And then we have.
Sure, I apologize.
The start of some of the most painful action like sequences.
They start walking out of the fucking diner.
Oh, God.
And they all walk out.
Our favorite thing, if you've listened to this podcast, you know our favorite thing ever, and I'm being sarcastic here,
is choreography in slow-mo.
Choreography in slow-mo, like this slowest slow-mo that lingers too long.
So they walk out with their girlfriends, and then the fucking truckers walk out, and then it goes to like fake slow-mo.
Oh my God.
Where they just slow down their existing footage, and they like knock these dudes out. Every
punch doesn't connect, and
you can see it.
Every stunt actor falls too early.
Well, the best thing about this scene is it's filmed from like 20 feet away,
so you can't really see that.
It's just pointless because you're just like, wow, this is exciting. Sure.
And it's just like the worst choreography I've ever seen.
Almost every major fight scene that includes more than one person is done like this.
Yeah, and it's fucking awful. Like, if you hate slow-mo action scenes, get ready, because the whole fucking movie has them.
Yeah.
There's only a few fight scenes that don't.
Well, you know, they go to the island. They have their own boat.
Oh, my God. And it has a dragon on it.
We see another boat, and it says the People's Private Army.
People's Private Army, but it's a bunch of thugs, and they just have a fucking camp in the middle of the woods for no reason.
One of them looks like fucking Johnny Rotten. And
so they're getting groceries to the boat, and
they go on like the pier.
When the guy like grabs one of the girls' asses and is like, "Is that real?
Is that for real?" And then she punches him, and then we get another
slow-mo fight scene.
Slow-mo fight scene.
But this one's closer, so you can really see them not landing any punches.
So you can really see the riveting choreography.
Oh, it's just fucking exciting as hell, dude. I was riveted.
Yeah,
I was like, I could not peel my eyes away.
Well, I don't remember the last time I was this soft, okay?
I receded into myself.
I don't remember the last time I felt negative adrenaline.
I know. Like what's the like the opposite of like juiced up?
It's just like negative.
Like this movie has negative Riz.
There's just molasses.
It's just fucking just nothing veins. Here. Just fucking.
It's a fucking
There's nothing movie. Exciting.
But
that's the problem.
Well, they beat these fucking idiots up, and the dude's like, he threatens them, like, we'll meet again, and they just go to their.
They get on their boat and they go to their fucking camping, and then we get like literally, I'm not even kidding, like. Majority of the rest of the scenes are just them fucking hanging out in this cabin. Fishing, swimming, seeing a bear at their fucking encounter.
They like mess with like a tracker. Remember that?
Yeah, they mess with a tracker
That they
they're
know?
like poaching, so they knock out the poachers, and then in slow mo. No, not in slow mo. Sorry, that's one of the scenes where they don't do it in slow mo, but it's so stupid because they just hit them and then they
That's
just
it.
yeah.
They steal their shoes. Whoops.
So they mess with the guy. They give him the 2 shoes. Nothing happens of that. They go into a fucking
They go to a tree house.
tree house and watch a bear, and the bear tries to
There's the one
attack.
scene where they're on the canoes, and the
People's Army
Private
comes-
Army picks on them.
She like spits in the guy's face, and then he slaps her, but they don't do anything about that for some reason.
Well, he hits one of them with the oar, and
Well, they like
threatens them more, and
and
says
then,
like, "We'll see
one of
you
them
again."
shoots a gun into the air, and is oh my god.
And then
Well, and then
meanwhile,
I love the bear attack scene. This is because
you are. It is bold of you to call that a bear attack scene. I'm just gonna
because they come upon the most docile bear
twice.
known to man.
Because first time,
So they view it from the treehouse,
yes,
and then they're walking back to the cabin, and they see it again, and it's like just meandering around them, and they're all acting scared,
and then the
clearly.
scene ends.
And then the bear just walks away, and he says something that you can't understand because the audio's the trashiest thing ever. And then the bear walks away, and it just cuts to them on, like half naked on a canoe fishing. You can't make this shit up. Like this actually happens. So
there anything of
literally,
note?
like there's nothing happened in the middle of this movie. The second act is just like nothing happens in the second act.
The only
of
other
the movie.
thing is you get a scene of the fucking People's Private Army like training, doing their
God.
fucking what the fuck is it called? Their kata or whatever. When they're
Yeah.
doing like their fucking karate, like,
But they're all out of sync, and like
Oh
none
my
of them
God.
are doing it right.
they're
and
horribly out of sync.
it's so bad.
We paused this shit and watched it like 5 times in a row because we just couldn't do it.
Well, there's one guy going too slow, and then in the background there's one guy doing it
There's
too
one
fast.
guy missing a whole beat.
Yeah,
Just
there's
doing.
well, and then there's one guy that like misses a few beats, and then like tries to reposition himself so he can be in sync, and they kept that all in the movie.
All the fuck ups are in there. Yeah, it's like you can do another take.
On full display, just a guy literally trying to sync up with the rest of his actors.
Oh my god.
So yeah, we get them training. That's about it, and then finally,
Should I mention
so
that
we
the
also
main-
get the women like they start a fire, and the guys scare them by pretending to be wolves. There's
Fuck
this really
that.
fucking
Fuck that. Should
That
we mention that the
fucking-
main bad guy likes the grunts?
yeah.
He holds a cigar in his mouth like movie villain 101 fucking
Fucking like Kroger Johnny Rotten over
it's
here.
So
Fucking Walmart Kroger. Fucking
it's so cringe.
Walmart Johnny Rotten.
It's so
fucking
cringe.
dressed.
It's so fucking cringe.
The
Like,
cringe is like on full display in this movie.
after all this-
There is not a scene in this movie that is not
Listen,
cringeworthy.
after you waste 50 minutes of your fucking life through this cringe fest of nothing fucking happening while they're having a fishing trip and the girls are like at
Should
the
we
fucking
talk about
cabin.
them sawing a log in half and basically jerking each other off?
That feeds into the ego of the project.
Yeah.
Well, no, they're making firewood and they're just like sawing this log in half,
like,
and the girls are like, "Can we go swimming?" And they're like, "Yeah, you go swimming alone.
We got man work.
We got work to do." And
Because
they work.
we're real men.
They know the
so
meaning
they
of
just
life.
they just jerk each other off basically.
And then they
Well,
do
they're
that.
both like shirtless, and they like they saw a log in half, and then they hammer a giant fucking nail, and then they hang up a bunch of firewood. That's it. This is like that's apparently an exciting scene in the movie.
Yes, that's what you want to see.
So yeah, the girls are swimming.
No, the girls are at the cabin, like hanging out, and the dudes are having a fishing trip, and then the goons show up and they kidnap the girls,
yeah,
and
so
they take their poster. They take their fucking twin dragon poster.
yeah, and he
the
drops
cabin.
his cigar, and then the brothers come back and they realize the women aren't there, so they
How do
think,
they realize it?
okay, so at first they say, okay, they
They're playing a joke.
must be playing a joke on us. They must be in the woods. We'll go find them. But then they go outside and they find a cigar on the ground. And then one of them goes into the cabin and comes back out.
Our poster's gone.
Our poster's gone.
Shit.
They must have taken him.
That's how they know. There's a game going.
I love the intimidation with like the fucking villain and like him intimidating the women because he's like, we're gonna have fun with them, and the longer they're nice to us, the longer they'll live. But we're gonna kill the two brothers, and then he's like, don't worry, we'll kill them fast. Like you guys all like kill them, and then there's two guys holding up the poster, and our main bad dude just like gently kicks it in half.
Not even in half. It doesn't break it in half. He just kicks a hole in it.
That's the intimidation. Kicking a paper fucking poster.
That's how you know he means business. A fucking paper poster.
A paper poster. God.
And then they get on a one-person, like, three-wheeler.
I fucking love this. Because okay, so one brother, because it's a what, like... It's a one person, so they have all their shit on the back of it, so no one can sit on like the cage of it.
Yeah, they put all their bow and arrows and their little World War I rifles on it.
So one brother literally has to like lay down on this fucking three-wheeler while the other brother straddles on top of it.
You're driving it.
So you get these two brothers straddling each other, fucking like going across the woods. It's the fucking
while they play the fight for your right to fight.
You gotta fight for your right to fight. You gotta fight for your right to fight.
While they slowly drive across the fucking countryside.
One brother rides his brother across the fucking woods. Oh my fucking god, the imagery. Holy
they thought this was cool.
Literally, the guy's like fucking like lounging on this fucking like three-wheeler while his brother, his literal brother straddles his fucking crotch. I cannot believe this.
They couldn't get a fucking two-person four-wheeler or anything.
I guess not. So they just had fucking brothers ride each other while riding a fucking three-wheeler.
They thought this looked cool, Will.
Oh, God. It does not look cool. Oh, okay.
As you said.
All right.
Anti-Riz.
Dude. You're goddamn right.
And negative Riz factor on this. So they fucking get to where they're going, and then they fucking knock out three dudes.
Well, because they're real men, they don't want to kill anyone.
Don't fucking speak to me.
So they fucking take it. So, because they're real men, and it's a real action movie. They take off all the arrow tips of their arrows and put on rubber, like,
what is it?
Stoppers.
Stoppers?
They're like, they say...
They fucking fire them so hard.
They knock them out.
They knock them the fuck out.
That would not happen. But okay.
Don't fucking talk to me.
Because they're real men.
Don't want to fucking
Real men don't kill, okay?
There's no blood until the fucking, like, last 2% of the
Real
movie.
men do not kill. So, they call the main bad guy and piss him off by saying his guys are hanging around, and they're a little tied up at the moment.
Because they're hanging upside down.
They only used 2 rope puns. I wish they would have used more.
Oh my god, they end up fucking...
Well, so then the army guys think they're going to come from the river, so they, like, reposition themselves on the river, I guess. And then the 2 fucking brothers go and just, like, like... I love it because they go into the people's army tent
ground.
Well, and they're like, okay, they're like loading up guns, and you think like, okay, now they're gonna kill people, right? No, they shoot
a bunch of fucking bottles,
all the bottles, and then tip their picnic tables upside down.
They flip over their barbecue pit.
They burn one of their tents, and then they rip another one.
And then they get there and they see all their little picnic ground ransacked, and
they're like,
pissed.
this means war.
And they go to like a fucking like.
Dude, this was written by a fucking 12-year-old.
Bro, no, they go to like the fucking like.
This is what a fucking child would write.
A child would write something more exciting at this point.
Yeah, I've seen better. Like
they hide out, they hang out by the fucking like river, and our twin dragons get a hoverboat, and they drive it over, and we see like multiple shots of them driving to the fucking side, and then the dudes are there with their guns.
Bro, there was more violence in the fucking Addams Family when Wednesday like burned down the Thanksgiving thing.
That shit was like infinitely more violent and more exciting and more like adrenaline pumping
than anything
in this whole
and that's like
manly man movie.
That's like, a fucking Addams Family movie.
Yeah, no, there's like fucking child movies that have more exciting actions.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm giving that example. There's children's movies that have more exciting scenes than what we just witnessed.
It's insanity. Like they drive up to their fucking, they're like 500 feet away, and the dude starts shooting at them.
And it goes in, and of course it goes into fucking slow mo.
No, it doesn't go to slow mo. It's just they're shooting, and then
I swear to God, I was losing my mind. I don't know what was going on.
And then like smoke comes out, and there's smoke everywhere, and I'm like, why is this? Is this a World War II movie? What's happening?
No, they lobbed a fucking smoke grenade.
And the guy's like, and everyone's coughing, and the guy's like, it's okay, it's just smoke. And I'm like, they from 500 feet away.
Well, that's what I do love before this. He was like, okay, they didn't come from the river. Let's circle around and we'll try and cut them off.
This goes nowhere.
And then they fucking take out more guards, and then they uncover that fucking hoverboat.
Yeah, and then they throw a smoke bomb from 500 feet away, and they confuse a bunch of them, and then they're suddenly on the shore.
I don't know
how.
Knock
out a bunch of them, and they're like, there's a thing where they're like, they split up the women. They're leading one of them away.
Well, they're gonna like
assault
her basically.
And she remembers from the very beginning of the movie.
We get a snippet of the fucking training sequence from the beginning.
They taught her how to beat up two men if they're lined up in a certain way, and they line up in that exact way, and she beats them up. And then there's the other woman, and they put a fucking apple on her head, and they have the fucking cringe uncle.
Fucking the Crunkle, he fucking like has his nunchuck routine.
Dude, his best nunchuck routine.
Awkwardly swings around these nunchucks for like fucking like a minute straight, and then fucking awkwardly knocks off the apple off her head.
And then all of them jump out of the tent. And then we get like an extended, like 4-minute slow-mo.
Oh God!
Brawl.
This is the worst fight scene. Probably, I'm not even joking here. Not the worst, but one of the worst fight scenes I've ever seen committed to camera.
I don't know. It's hard to say because like
we've watched a lot of bad fight scenes. That's what I'm saying. It's one of them. I'm not saying it's the worst. Because I can't put that moniker on it.
They played themselves.
But like, it is slow-mo. None of the hits connect because it's close up. And all the people fall way too fucking early.
Well, because if this was shown in regular speed, it might look okay. But because it's slow-mo, they really played themselves.
Dude, what was that fucking movie where it says we slowed down the action sequences to show you like the real martial arts? What was that movie?
Black Force?
I would rather watch that.
Well, that only had like two scenes of slow-mo.
Yeah, I know.
And it was shit because it was just like a dude getting flipped over.
Well, it's horrible, but like
at least
I would rather watch
fucking
that.
Scenes. The other scenes were in regular motion. This is just shit.
And then it goes back, and the fucking guy has one of the girls' necks wrapped in a fucking nunchuck, and he's like,
"We thought it was a knife."
Well, and then like he says something.
Like, why would putting a nunchuck up to someone's neck be like threatening?
Well, like he wrapped it around her throat, and I'm sure he said something like, "Oh, I can snap her neck," or like some bullshit, but we couldn't hear it because the audio is the worst. And like I'm sure he said some bullshit like that. Yeah. And so he takes her into the woods. They start like chasing after her. I thought they were going to do a cliffhanger. They kind of
keep saying, I mean, like, they kind of do, but again, and like all this shit.
And so he is, they finally
don't follow me like she's my hostage.
Well, they finally catch up with him, and the one guy has his bow and arrow, and the other brother's like, "No, don't, we don't want to like hurt her."
He shoots it,
and for some reason, the evil guy takes both hands. He takes like a hand off the nunchuck and puts it on a tree to like balance himself or something.
And he shoots it, and he hits his
hand.
And
we finally get a little bit of blood.
Oh, blow me.
The fucking blood from his hands.
Blow me, bro.
So they get the girl, and the guy runs away, and they're like...
on a plane.
He gets on a plane, the other brother's about to shoot it down, and the brother's like, no.
And he doesn't shoot it, and then they just stand
They
there.
just stand awkwardly while, like, awkward waves crash against this fucking lake.
And then the credits roll.
And then it's Faces by Billy Butt.
For the second time.
For the second time in the movie. Dude, this movie is dog shit.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. We say this a lot on this podcast. The people that made this should be embarrassed.
No, this is
embarrassing.
This is genuinely shameful.
It is like...
I tried. I
gave it my best...
I tried.
Dude, I gave it my best shot. I thought it was maybe going to be one of those, like, so bad it's entertaining movies.
Like the last movie.
I thought, like, maybe I could get through it. Like, maybe. But by the end of this movie, I wanted it to be over so bad. I wanted the sweet release of, like, those final credits where I could just be like, oh, it's over.
It's over.
Thank fucking Christ. I can...
this...
I wanted it to end so bad. I wanted it to end every single moment I saw. Like, it is so cringy, so stupid, so ugly, so, like, badly, like, acted, so like, the script is fucking awful. The camera work is dog shit. The fucking
humor,
the story is almost non-existent. Like, nothing works in this fucking movie at all.
Yeah, it's just... We tried, man.
I didn't enjoy a single thing. Like, I was laughing, but that's because I think I was losing my fucking mind. If I was watching this, I would have turned it off in the first, like, 2 minutes. Like, no shit. I would have, like, literally, if I wasn't reviewing this right now,
if I was watching this for real, I would have turned it off at the fight scene at the diner.
Yes.
As soon as I saw that slow-mo fight scene from 50 feet away, I would have been like, yeah, I'm good.
It committed one of my biggest cinema sins, which is a fucking, like, extended, long, drawn-out, boring slow-mo scene. And it did it multiple times.
Well, like I said, almost every fight scene that has more than one person being beat up is slow-mo.
And it's atrocious. It's fucking... Ugh. God, see how far you can get in this movie. That's the challenge. There you go. See how far you can make it in Twin Dragon Encounter.
Twin Dragon Encounter?
Yeah. See how far you can make it. Like, give it your best shot, because I guarantee you won't make it far. And if you are one of those sociopaths that actually likes this movie, good for you. I did not.
I know there's people who like this in like a shit way. There's no shot anybody...
Well, I get like the maybe liking it because it's so bad it's entertaining, but
no one's gonna say, "Oh yeah, this is legit."
It went past that for me. Like I don't find this entertaining.
It has its like moments.
There's some moments that made us like really laugh, but like, does that make it a rewatchable movie at all? No, I would never in my life watch this again. Yeah, there is no shot you could get me to watch this movie again.
Yeah, no, there's just, oh my god.
There's nothing here. There's nothing.
That middle section.
The entire middle section, nothing happens. It's just people hanging out in the woods.
Yeah, no, that middle section is unspeakable.
I think that's the biggest sin, because it's like literally like 15 to 20 minutes of...
15? What are you talking? Bro, that middle section is like fucking 40 minutes of bullshit.
It's just... Yeah, you're right. It's like the fucking... Because we get
as soon as the fucking...
diner scene happens.
After the fucking first fight scene, when they get on the pier, from then till the women getting kidnapped, nothing.
Yeah. I thought it was 50... You're right. It's like more like 40 minutes of nothing.
Fucking
it's
nothing.
Just people hanging out in the woods. That is literally almost the entire movie.
It's just the McNamara twins on vacation.
I'm not even going to attempt to say their name.
Don't say it. Bro.
I won't. I'm not going to do it.
It's like candy. It's like Candyman for you.
It really
Say
is.
Candyman in the mirror.
See, I can't because I mean I'd fuck it up anyway.
They'll show up and,
but it'd be like fucked up versions of them because I'm saying their name wrong.
they'll show up and drive you like a Mack truck.
I'm gonna drive you like a Mack truck. Take your milk and cookies, Will.
I wanted more insults of milk and cookies.
I cannot believe that is like what riled them up.
Well, it's just like
Milk and cookies? That's the best insult they could think of?
it's just it really makes you think. It really makes you think. You know, you think of any other action movie you've seen where like someone starts fucking with the hero and insulting them, and you know, I just can't think of any other action movies I liked where they're just someone's
Milk
just like,
and
hey,
cookies.
give the boy his milk and cookies. Like,
And then literally, like unoriginally, the fucking other goon says the
same fucking thing.
same thing.
You think like, oh, they're gonna have more, and then literally, goon number 2. Hey,
Yeah,
don't forget your milk and cookies, boy. Like, you already said that.
Bro.
Get new insults. Milk and cookies. I know it's a fucking vanity fest, and like no one told them no when they made this, other than apparently the what was it, the Canadian
Oh yeah,
Film
that's what we
Commission.
forgot to mention. At the end of the credits, they said like this. None of this film is thanks to the Canadian or the Ontario Film Commission.
Yeah, the Canadian like Film Commission and the
Ontario Film
and
Society or something like that. I'm guaranteeing they tried to get funds, and and both those companies were like, "Go fuck yourself! Like we don't want to work with you."
Well, because in a lot of like other countries where the film industries they don't have like a fucking Hollywood with like billions of dollars. A lot of filmmakers, they get grants from the government. It's like, hey, I got a interesting film,
Can you imagine them showing, them pitching this movie and being like, you know what? We got the next big thing for you. Here it is. We got martial arts twins, okay? It's called Twin Dragon Encounter. We have a few fights in the beginning, and then for 40 minutes, we're just hanging out in the woods for 40 minutes doing nothing.
Yeah, no, they probably had a 5-minute conversation where like, yeah, we're good.
To be a fly on the wall in that fucking meeting where these fucking two twins walk in and are like, hey, we got an idea.
Well, because there's like some fucking batshit insane movies that were funded through these things, like fucking what the hell was his name? David Cronenberg.
Yeah.
Like The Brood.
Yeah.
Like The Brood and like Videodrome. Like those movies were funded by like the Canadian government.
You can do some weird shit,
but it's because like those movies.
But you can't
have a fucking.
You can't do this. It's clearly just a fucking a big ego stroke. That's all they were doing.
But it's like you can do that and still make a good action movie, but this
it's like a fucking hour and 13-minute tribute video to themselves.
Except it's horribly lame.
Yeah. Except this is what they get off to, and it's fucking awful.
The big catalyst in this movie is a poster of them that gets stolen.
That's literally I think they care less about the women getting kidnapped and more the fact that their poster got stolen.
Well, that's the big thing is they go in and go.
That's how they know that
our poster's gone.
So they don't care about the women. They only care about the poster that's missing.
That's what they do. The dude kicks a poster, which they don't see that, but to the audience, us smooth brains at home.
Well, because they have their poster fucking everywhere in this movie. And then they fucking have the dragon, their symbol, everywhere too. It's just a giant ego stroke.
I do love that their own fucking cabin has a fucking poster with both of them on it.
Why?
Who has a poster of themselves in their own cabin? Can you imagine? You imagine walking into someone's fucking cabin and there's a fucking poster of them. You'd be like,
my family owns a cabin. Okay? What if you walked in there and I just had a giant fucking portrait of myself?
Yeah, like, okay.
Be like, all right, well,
okay, well, listen, bro.
I just like to look at myself.
This is what I care about.
This is what I truly care
about. This movie is
okay.
So cringe.
Shitty to pretty.
We always say it's for entertainment purposes, and I mean, this does have its moments. So I'm going to give it a 3. But this is the most...
Okay.
I want this to be known to the McNamara twins and whoever... And Billy Butt. Whoever other fucks had...
God, I am 12 years old. Billy Butt makes me laugh every time.
Dog shit. Of moose shit. That is the most generous 3 out of 10 I have ever given in my fucking life.
That is generous because I'm giving it a 2.
Like I said, it is the most generous because there were moments.
I'm not being charitable in this. It is a fucking 2, and everyone knows it.
Nah. There was too many moments of us laughing hysterically.
I don't care. I fucking hated this.
But it is horrible.
It is. I literally like suffered watching this. Like I have it's been a while since I've watched something this cringy. It's been quite a while since something this cringy has graced these fucking pupils.
You know, if this movie didn't even have like a final showdown, if it just ended on a giant cliffhanger after 40 minutes of vacation footage, it might have snapped my brain so hard that I would have given it an even higher rating, just for the audacity to do that.
Just 40 minutes of nothing, and then nothing happens in end.
Yeah, or if they fucking ended it with the dude kidnapping one of the women and just flying away, I might have even given it a 4. Just it would have broken your brain for the fucking audacity to end your fucking movie like that. I mean, there is a sequel to this pile of fuck. I don't know if it's the same villain. I honestly kind of doubt it. It's fucking 4 years later. Who knows? But, this is...
I'm so fucking done with this
dog shit.
Twin dragon encounter. Fuck the fucking twins. I'm not going to say the last name because I fuck it up every time.
Hey, we'll be back for this, Will.
I know, and then I'll fuck up their last name again, too.
For, a dragon hunt, yeah. I hope there's more Mack trucks than that.
Mack trucks and milk and cookies. There better be more. There better be more milk and cookies in this. I swear to God. If there's not,
I want a refund. I didn't pay for this, but I want a refund.
Oh my God. All right, everyone. For They Mostly Come Out at Night. This has been Will.
This has been Alex.
We are They Mostly Come Out at Night, and we will talk to you later. I know, I don't fucking know anymore, dude.
You did the milk and cookies thing.
I did it. I did the fucking milk and cookies. I said it twice.
Also, this
I said it, yeah. Mack truck. All right, you. Fuck. Oh my God, I'm losing my fucking mind. Okay. All right, I'm going to end it there. Bye.
I got to drink my milk and cookies.